Never skip videos like this if you want to know the difference between your country and other countries around or other countries around the world. Hello guys, my name is V. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Today we are going to be seeing the 12 regions of France. Let's get right into this video. I am a Nigerian. Tell me in the comment section where you're watching from. Like, share, subscribe. Let's do this.
One of the most recurring comments that we get from French people is that Paris is not France. And this is so true. There's so much more to France than just Paris, the French Riviera, and Normandy. From the pink
As a foreigner, as a Nigerian, you know, most of the pictures I see online about France is um, a picture taken in front of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Okay, so once you see that picture anywhere, like anybody that says I went to France, anybody that says I went to Paris, like once you stand in front of the Eiffel Tower, like that is evidence, that is proof that you are in France. I mean, you are in the biggest city in the world.
granite cliffs of Bretagne, to the volcanic region of Auvergne, to the medieval fortress of Carcassonne. There's
Wow.
more to France than you can imagine, and you
Oh
need to
my
know about it. So in
god.
this video, we're going to tell you about the 12 regions of France, what there is to do there, what there is to see, and especially what you should eat and drink when you're there. Allez, on y va. France has 13 distinct regions, including Île-de-France. But we're not going to include the Paris region or Île-de-France in this video. But we'll show you the other 12 regions in alphabetical order, and we'll start with the Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes region. This region is 2 hours south of Paris by TGV train and is what we consider here the heart of France. The capital of the region is the city of Lyon, which is the gastronomy epicenter of France. So if you're a foodie, this is a must-visit region. To the west of Lyon is the
Guys, I am a foodie. I love food so much. I love food so much. Are you? Let me know in the comments.
Auvergne area, which is a lush volcanic area, perfect for hikers and especially if you hate crowds. And to the east are the Alps, with some of the best ski slopes in the world. This region is home to several famous cans of cheese like the Reblochon, Tome de Savoie, and the Emmental. And this is also where the cheese fondue, the raclette, and tartiflette are from. The famous Chartreuse is made in the region. So if you're looking for some of the best food of what France has to offer, and you love hiking away from the hustle and bustle of the big cities, this region is for you. To get there, take a 2-hour ride on the TGV high-speed train to Lyon, spend the day in Lyon, and then rent a car to discover the rest of the region.
The next region is Bourgogne-Franche-Comté, or Burgundy. This stunning Côte d'Or is just southeast of Paris and offers views of vineyards, glazed tile roofs, and Romanesque architecture. Its capital is Dijon, a bustling, busy town, but also an artist village. After all, this is where Gustave Eiffel comes from. And in Dijon, you'll find the iconic Palace of the Duke of Burgundy, which is home to the Beaux-Arts Museum dating back to the late 1700s and has one of the richest collections in all of France. But what I love best about Burgundy is the small towns and villages all around. This countryside patchwork of small family-owned vineyards who bring their grapes together to create some of the best, and in some cases, the most expensive wines in the world.
Really?
Conte ranging from hundreds of dollars per bottle to thousands of dollars per bottle. Still, this place is not pretentious. You'll find old towns with medieval streets and half-timber buildings, a strong sense of community, and a perfect blend of history, culture, and great food. Speaking of food, some of the best-known French dishes come from right here. Beef bourguignon is how you say a Burgundy-style stew in French. This is where coq au vin comes from, and typical escargot swimming in garlic butter, and of course, mustard.
That is snail shells. Do they cook snails in its shell in France?
Which has its own particular history, but that's for another time. For adult beverages, this is the home of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, and where they make one of my new favorites, Ricard, from the Absinthe family. If you want to visit the Bourgogne region, take the 1.5-hour TGV train ride from Paris Gare de Lyon to Dijon.
The next region is a place where I spent a lot of summers there as a kid, and that's Bretagne. Bretagne is located on the eastern front of France, on the coast. This region is rich in history and significance for France. This is where France meets Celtic culture. It's very Celtic and absolutely gorgeous. The
So
capital
gorgeous.
is Rennes, but you'll want to travel deep in the region to feel and taste its influence. Being a coastal region, Brittany is famous for seafood like mussels, oysters,
Guys.
and langoustine. But this is the home of the famous French crepes, or galette, as they call it there. And they also produce some of the best salted butter in France, after Normandy if you ask them. And one of my favorite pastry is from Bretagne, the kouign-amann. This needs to be on your must-try list when you come to France. Brittany
Okay.
is for explorers. If you love medieval towns and thick forest mixed with amazing culinary traditions. To get there, it's a 2.5-hour train to Saint-Malo, and from there, I
Oh my God,
discovered
this
the
is
rest of Brittany
gorgeous.
on my own. Bring some hiking shoes and an appetite. You won't be disappointed here.
The next region is the Central Val de Loire, which is just south and west of Paris. And as its name suggests, this is the valley along the Loire River. Here you'll find fields of grains and flowers, vineyards, and more chateaus than you can imagine. Each
Oh
with their
my
own story,
God.
elegant lifestyles, fabulous gardens, and personality. The capital city is Orleans, but if you
I must say that as much as Germany has so many castles, in my reaction videos, I got to know that Germany has over 25,000 castles. So in any region, any state they were showing in those videos I reacted to, you would see so many castles. I would say this is different for France because, like, I, I can say that in this video, I can handpick the castles I have seen so far. And wow, it's beautiful, I must say.
continue just a little bit farther southwest to the town of Tours, you'll find yourself right in the middle of a trail of castles dotting the little villages along the river, like the Chateau Chambord, Chateau Chenonceau, and the Chateau Amboise, to name a few. It's also where Leonardo da Vinci lived his last days, in the Chateau de Clos-Luz in Ambrose. You can still visit his home and see his models and life-size pieces throughout the garden. When
Oh
it comes to food
my
and beverages,
God, the way history is being preserved around the world, I like it so much. Ah, like I think this um things that they are saying that belongs to Da Vinci or whatsoever she mentioned, like they go way back hundreds of years ago, and these things are still preserved up till this moment, to carry on culture, to teach traditions to younger generations, and it's amazing. Like, I love it.
you'll find local flavors of saffron, walnut oil, flavored vinegars, and black truffles. But my favorites are the rillettes, which is a shredded pork spread that you'd put on your baguette, or the rillons, which are bits of flavorful pork belly. And when you put that together with a local goat cheese and a glass of their regional Sancerre, Chenin Blanc, or a Rosé d'Agneau, you're in for a good time. If you want to visit the Central Val de Loire, take the 1.5-hour TGV train from Gare Austerlitz in Paris to the Tours train station.
The next region is Corsica, which is the island right off the Côte d'Azur in the Mediterranean Sea. It's known for its stunning landscapes with a mix of mountains and forest and sandy beaches. Imagine a place where you can see high rocky peaks,
Oh my God.
and then just a short drive away, you're standing on the beach with clear blue water. That's Corsica. The
Wow.
island is a great place for hiking, especially in its famous
Are these
mountains like
houses?
Monte Cinto, the highest point in Corsica. There are also
Oh
small
my
towns and
God.
villages where you can experience
I think most of the countries I react to, like most of the countries I've reacted to, some of their states they have a particular color of houses that they are using. Like in Germany, because most of the content I react to on my channel were German videos. So now in Germany, most of their houses, you see that most of those houses in some particular region, they are yellow in color all through, like all the buildings you see there, they are yellow. And some other ones, now in this video, I'm saying that in this particular region, they are white and it's beautiful, it radiates beauty. I mean, imagine how the drone is flying very high above it and it's radiating the beauty of the houses. Spectacular.
The local culture, which is a mix of French and Italian influence.
Oh my
Corsica has a
god.
long history with many old buildings and ruins that tell the story of the past. Corsica is known for its unique and delicious food, which is a mix of French and Italian flavors with its own local twist. They have great charcuterie, cured meats like coppa, lonzu, and figatello. And chestnuts is a big deal in Corsica. They grow in
Oh,
abundance on the island and are used to make a variety of food. And
we have chestnuts in Nigeria too, but I have not tasted it before. Oh, okay.
since Corsica is an island, seafood is very popular. People enjoy dishes like grilled fish, octopus salad, and
Oh my
huives.
god.
Now, to get there, you can fly directly from Paris or take a TGV train to Marseille and take a ferry to the island.
The next region is a really big one. It borders Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany, and Switzerland, and that is the Grand Est. It's also quite diverse because it includes the prestigious and glamorous subregion of Champagne and the German-based Alsace subregion. So let's look at the Grand East in two parts. Strasbourg is the capital of Alsace and has gone back and forth between French and German rule for centuries.
Wow.
And you can really feel the German influence in the way the language is spoken and
Exactly.
that you see on signs and menus. And this is true for Colmar and Richtbier, two other cities in Alsace that you really need to know about. You'll see a mix of medieval and Renaissance architecture, brightly colored buildings, and a robust river life. To say they're charming is an understatement.
This is Germany.
Popular foods in Alsace are the Schokroot, which is a sauerkraut dish with bits of pork and a variety of sausages served with potatoes.
Ah, I want to eat.
Flammkuche, which is like a pizza except with a white sauce and bits of thick-cut bacon. And of course, pretzels, which they call bretzels with a B. When it comes to cheese, this is where you'll find Munster and Gruyere. And you can wash all of those down with
With
one
a
of their
beer.
a Riesling white wine or the Alsace.
You will see, I'll say that there are so many German influences on this particular region. Because when it comes to Germany, mention beer, mention pretzel, mention like the medieval houses, like all those things. You see that these things are synonymous with German states, and yeah. So a state that radiates one or two touches of German culture, it's unthinkable. So beautiful, okay?
Version of Champagne called Clément. To get to the Alsace subregion of Grand Est, take the 2-hour TGV train from Gare de l'Est in Paris to the Strasbourg station. For the Champagne subregion, you may already know what to expect. The capital city is Reims, and they say this is where men go to become kings. Since 816 AD, 33 of them were coronated here, starting with the son of
Wow.
Charlemagne. This is a regal place surrounded by vineyards producing the king of wines. In the
Wow.
upper 1600s, grapes grown in the Champagne region made regular flat wine until Dom Perignon, yes, he's a real guy, discovered the modern technique of making the sparkling wine we know today as champagne. Since it's
Wow.
a protected appellation, only sparkling wine grown and produced in the Champagne region can be called champagne. Many
Wow.
large houses like Veuve Clicquot, Moet Chandon, Dom Perignon offer tours, and that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Also, lots of small family-owned houses where you can get more personal experience and often some amazing champagnes. Whether you enjoy your champagne with some fresh fruits, chocolates, and local pink biscuit cookies, or with a charcuterie board with something made with the local black truffles and the fine ham that comes from Reims, you'll make memories to last a lifetime. To get to the Champagne subregion of Gare de l'Est, take the 45-minute train from Gare de l'Est in Paris to the Reims train station.
Next region is Hauts-de-France, which is the region north of the Paris region. This is another place where I spent a lot of time as a kid because my mom was born in Dunkirk. This is also where we live, near the city of Chantilly, in the southernmost part of the region. This region is not high on the list of prime destination for visitors, and that's a mistake because it has a lot to offer.
Wow.
You have Lille to the north, which is a vibrant and beautiful city.
Very
Amiens to
vibrant.
the south is home to the largest cathedral in France.
I love how their buildings are so massive. And these buildings, they go way back. Ah, history and culture preserved.
So big, in fact, you could put two Notre Dame inside the Cathedral of Amiens. And one of Colleen's favorite castles in France is here, Pierrefonds, which is so iconic it provided inspiration for the Walt Disney classics like Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella.
Wow.
France is the home of the famous moule frite. You'll find it in many restaurants all around France. This is where you'll find the iconic Maroilles cheese and plenty of great beers.
Wow.
Getting to Lille or Amiens is super easy with daily TGV trains from Gare du Nord, and you'll get there in less than 2 hours.
The next region of France is the Nouvelle-Aquitaine. It's located along the southwest coast of France, bordering on Spain to the south. It's rich with large mountain ranges, fabulous
Wow.
rivers, natural parks, marshes, and a long, beautiful coastline with some world-famous beaches. The difference in lifestyle and cuisine from the north to the south make this another diverse region. In the north, the place most people are familiar with in the Nouvelle-Aquitaine region is its capital, Bordeaux. This is where you'll find the World of Wine Museum, a thriving art community, a vibrant waterfront, and the kind of up-and-coming life that comes with being a university town. It has a unique and pleasant atmosphere, and I've decided it probably feels how Paris felt back in the 1950s. It's needless to say, the business of wine is at the center of their economy. Most vineyards and nearby towns like Saint-Emilion are large legacy domains. This is not a region for small family producers. You'll see vines from a single domain stretching out as far as the eye can see.
Wow.
Definitely worth a visit.
Yeah.
On the menu, you'll find a world of seafood, especially from the nearby Atlantic, the Gironde estuary, and Arcachon, which is famous for its oysters.
Wow.
In Nouvelle-Aquitaine, you should definitely try a seafood platter with shrimps, clams, scallops, crabs, langoustine.
Oh my
Also
God.
seafood stuff.
Mushrooms.
Wild mushrooms that grow all around, their local lamb, and excellent beef. To visit this area of Nouvelle-Aquitaine region, take the 2.5-hour TGV train from the Montparnasse station in Paris to Bordeaux. The south side of Nouvelle-Aquitaine is heavily influenced by its neighbor, the Pyrenees area of Spain. You can taste it in the cuisine. This is Basque country with their Bayonne-style cured ham and stews baked into little cocotte pots, and especially by the beaches of Biarritz, the surfing capital of France,
Wow.
you find lots of flavorful tapas. To get to this part of the Nouvelle-Aquitaine region, take the 4-hour TGV train from Gare Montparnasse in Paris to the Biarritz train station.
Next is the famous region of Normandy. Normandy for many Parisians is what the Hamptons are for New Yorkers. It's about 2 hours from Paris, so it's a quick getaway from the
It's
city.
so beautiful.
The Hamptons, you'll find plenty of affordable places to have a great time.
Wow.
Of course, the Didet beaches are a must visit. But all along the coast, you'll find gems like medieval city of Bayeux
Yeah.
or the quaint seaside port of Honfleur. And don't miss the beautiful city of Rouen with its stunning cathedral and its iconic clock.
Wow.
The Mont Saint-Michel is on the edge of Brittany and Normandy.
This is a house
and
in
is a must-see
water.
once in your life. Normandy is cheese and butter country. Here they produce the world's famous camembert,
Wow.
and some of the finest butter in the land. Don't leave Normandy before you have a chance to taste the Calvados apple liquor or the local cider. To get there is super easy. Just take a train from Gare Saint-Lazare and take a 2.5-hour train ride to Caen and rent a car from there so you can jump from one location to another and see it all.
The next region is Occitanie, which runs along the Mediterranean over through Andorra and Spain for the borders. Its capital is Toulouse, but then again, you'll find a broad diversity here from the cliffs and caverns of Rocamadour,
Wow.
cathedrals and neoclassic architecture of Montpellier, or the antiquity and walled city of Carcassonne, the Roman rules of Nîmes, the spiritual pilgrimage of Lourdes, or France's second most visited attraction, the Pont de Gard Aqueduct. This is mountain country. Here you'll find amazing blue cheeses like Roquefort, but also delicious softer cheeses like Rocamadour or Cathar.
Wow.
This is where the classic peasant dish cassoulet with its meat and white beans comes from, and it's where the gooey half cheese, half mashed potato aligot comes from.
Wow.
Not to mention the Toulouse sausage, which is the closest thing France has to an Italian sausage. For wines from this region, look for Cahors, Languedoc, or the Clarets.
Okay.
Visit the Occitanie region, take the 4-hour TGV train from Gare Montparnasse to Toulouse.
Next is the Pays de la Loire, which is just south of Brittany. It's a great place to visit if you love castles, rivers, and beautiful landscapes. Pays de la Loire is famous for its stunning castles. One of the most famous is the Château de Brissac, which is the tallest castle in France.
Wow.
There's also Château d'Angers with huge walls and a beautiful garden inside. These castles look like something out of a fairy tale.
Exactly.
Towns and cities in Pays de la Loire, like Nantes and Angers. Nantes is a lively city with a cool castle, lots of park, and even a giant mechanical elephant that you can ride.
Wow.
Has delicious food. You can try the rillettes or enjoy fresh seafood from the coast. The region is also known for its wine, especially white wine like Muscadet, which go perfectly with seafood. Besides castles and city, Pays de la Loire has peaceful countryside with vineyards, forests, and rivers. It's a great place to go biking, hiking, or just take a leisurely walk to enjoy the nature around you. This is another region that is very easy to get to from Paris with a quick 2-hour train ride for the Montparnasse train station
Whoa.
to Nantes.
And last but not least, the region of Provence, Côte d'Azur. When you hear about the south of France, this is what people are talking about. Here you'll find the oldest city in France, its capital, Marseille,
Wow.
founded in 600 BC by Greek settlers.
Ooh.
And this is a main commercial port for France. But along the coast, heading towards the Italian border, you'll find glamorous jet-set beaches, ports with mega yachts, Mediterranean villages where you can walk through town in your espadrilles and sandals, find old clay pots and tiles and little boutiques, and savor a nice rosé on a delightful terrace. It reminds me of the Steve Martin movie, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Then again, just northwest of Marseille, you'll find the small provincial town of Aix-en-Provence, or the Roman ruins of Arles or the palace in Avignon. Regardless of where in Provence you find yourself, you won't be far from lavender fields and you will feel the Mediterranean influence. The cuisine is full of dishes with tomatoes and olives and aromatic herbs.
Oh my God.
This is where ratatouille comes from, and the flavorful bouillabaisse fish stew, or that fabulous garlicky mayonnaise.
Oh my God.
Crowded, okay, overcrowded in season, but this is definitely a region of France
So
worth exploring. Visit the
beautiful.
Provence Côte d'Azur region, take the 4-hour TGV train from Gare de Lyon in Paris to Marseille, or the 6-hour TGV train also from Gare de Lyon to Nice.
In this video, we told you about the 12 regions of France. Next, I would watch this video, which is all about how to book your train tickets and all about the train stations in Paris.
Paris is so beautiful, you guys. Paris is such a beautiful place. Like, if I am to visit, like, one of the first things I will go to is the food. Like I said earlier, I am a foodie. I love food so much, so food makes me happy, but I'm not fat. Oh my God, Paris is so beautiful. Like the architecture, it's on another level. Oh my God. The way they preserve history, the way they preserve their traditions, their buildings is an art. Like that, it is an art that needs to be learned. Like I think things like that should be taught in universities, okay? It should be a course, because it is interesting. Watching these videos, I am so happy and I've learned so much. I have learned so much from And I also know now that, most of the popular wines we have around the world now is from France. I think um, France is a major producer of wine, okay, luxurious wines, okay. Anyways, guys, I had so much fun watching, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos like this. See you right in my next video. Bye.